Okay guys, so here is the video of my cold start situation. What I'm going to do is start the car and without any foot on the accelerator at all and kind of see what happens. If it doesn't start right away, I'll restart it without putting my foot on the accelerator and go from there. After we're done, I'll go back to the engine and give you guys a better close-up of all the connectors and everything to see if there's anything that you might see that was out of place or anything like that. As far as the mixture control hole, I have covered that up with a piece of foil tape to make sure that there isn't any sort of a vacuum leak there. So anyway, here we go. Alright, attempt number one. Okay, you can see it takes a lot longer the next time around. Bobbles around 500. The longer that it's on, it will actually start stabilizing up towards 775. I'll go ahead and go back to the engine now. Try to focus in on some of these connectors. Frequency valve connector I've proven to be faulty. I've got a new one on order. This is just my temporary quick fix. The failed cold start seems to idle fairly well now that the idle is down once the micro switch was plugged back in. Once it starts to warm up, it does start kind of bobbling down. I don't know what that connector is for or ever was for. It never seemed to have been plugged into anything. There's nothing around it to plug it in. So maybe you guys can answer that for me. I don't know if you guys can notice this, but I definitely get the white exhaust smoke out of the tailpipe, especially when it's first started. It seems to go away after it's been warmed up. Got a little bit of a rich smelling exhaust when it first starts, but that also seems to subside a little bit once it actually warms up. I'm going to go ahead and kind of goose the throttle a little bit, see if I can get it to warm up a little quicker so that maybe you guys can see what it's doing. Oh, there we go. Actually, I didn't even have to do anything. So once it starts warming up, the idle will start slowing down. Seems like the Lambda is trying to catch up with it. The dwell readings that I had given before also showed that in the number 2 video. The biggest thing is when it drops RPMs like that, the engine starts to labor and shake. Obviously you can feel that throughout the car. Not exactly sure what that is, but like I said, as soon as I actually take the car for a drive, that thing seems to be a thing of the past. It does not do this searching. It kind of rests at a little bit of a higher RPM when I come back, just below 1,000, somewhere around the 950, 975 range. I've never left it on long enough after I've returned to see whether or not the idle will actually return. If you can notice that on the throttle screws, I mean, I've got white paint. I don't know if that's, blue paint. I don't know if that's from the factory or from a previous owner for the settings right there. So it looks as though the settings haven't been changed from whenever somebody did it. Also, I got the same blue paint up here on the distributor. Not exactly sure what that's all about either. As far as vacuum leaks, I guess I'm not really sure on where to check. I've checked all hoses that appear to have vacuum, and they appear to be fine. The only one in question would be like maybe this one, where I could cut the tube back a little bit further and force it on there a little bit more. Not exactly sure how that would change the running of the engine. I see miscellaneous other vacuum tubes down here, but without knowing how to conduct a smoke test, I'm not exactly sure how I would find a leak, so maybe you guys can help me with that. So at any rate, doing minor searching right now. It doesn't really seem to be hurting the engine all that much. Seems fairly normal, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little gas here and see what the reaction of the engine is. Idle seems to go back down now, which is great. It never did that before. So at any rate, there's your picture of the engine compartment. If you guys need any closer view of anything else, please let me know and I can get it to you. Otherwise, if you see anything that's obviously out of place, please let me know. I will order a stopper for the mixture control unit to clog that up, other than the tape I have installed right now. Also, hopefully I'll be getting a new mixture control unit here pretty soon to get that new 3mm Allen head screw. So maybe I can start messing with the adjustments a little bit, depending on what you guys say. So anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think. Thanks.